All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be opening up the Fiber Art Center. We are going to start with a basic paper weaving. This is something that I expect all students to be able to do, kindergarten through 5th grade. Depending on your level, you may need a little bit more practice. It might go a little bit slower, step by step. So let's start by folding both of our papers in half. And because they're the same length on all 4 sides, because it's a square, it's not going to matter which way you fold it. Okay. And I'd like you to turn them where the opening is at the top. So lay it down. And I made a little reminder here. Open at the top. If you're a younger student, we can mark these lines on your paper. So you can go ahead and do that if it's open at the top here. I'm going to mark across. And then you can do your lines going down. So this could be straight lines. This would be more for like kindergarten, 1st and 2nd. If you're an older student, we probably will not be marking these, but you can cut straight lines if you want to, or you could do kind of a mixture. You could do wavy lines. You could do zigzag. Kind of do a little pattern if you want to between the two. Okay, and that's what we're going to have. This is our warp. This is what we are going to be weaving on. This is going to be our loom. So now that it's open at the top here, I'm going to go ahead and cut it on the line. I'm going to cut my decorative lines here. And this line here is our stop line. We do not want to go past that. Some kids are being maybe a little bit too cautious and they're stopping about halfway. You do need some depth to your weaving. So you want to make sure you're cutting and leaving no more than a 1/2 inch. Okay, now that I have the warp cut, I can open it up, leave the pencil mark on the back, kind of flatten this. Okay, now I'm ready to cut the next sheet. I don't need the lines on this one. These do need to be straight. These are what's going to be called the weft, which is how you're going to be weaving. So I'm just going to cut these all the way through. I would keep these kind of thick, same as your warp, I would keep it kind of thick. Let's just take a couple cuts. Again, it's open at the top, just to keep it consistent. Keep it folded, but it's opening at the top. I start at the bottom and cut up. All right, now I'm going to open these up a little bit, flatten them out so I can use them. You're only going to use probably 3, 4, maybe 5, depending on how thick and how open you made your, how wide and open you made your warp. So, looking at this way, I'm right-handed, so I'm actually going to kind of get in the way here a little bit. I'm going to start on this side. It doesn't matter if you are starting left or right, or I mean over or under. Okay, I'm going to actually use my left hand over here. So I'm going to go under, over. If I go under, all I have to do is lift that sheet up, that little strip up. And I just kind of push it through. Do I need to lift up the next one? Push it. Make sure you are not going over 2 strips at once. Okay? So the first time through, it doesn't matter if you go over or under. From there, it will matter. Okay, I'm going to grab my next strip. I'm going to start over here. Doesn't matter which end you do. You want to do the opposite. So row 1 is going to start different than row 2. When we say start, it's just looking at this side or this side. So because I was under, I'm going to go over this first strip. Just need to pinch and pull that up. So I'm going over, then under, going over this one, I'm going under, so I'm going to pick it up, over, under, and done. Okay, what happens next? This row is different than this one. This is my row 1. Row 3 is going to be the same as row 1. I started under, I'm going to start under on row 3. Make sure that doesn't come up. Again, I'm just picking up every other piece. Don't double up. Don't go over 2 of them. It's 1 strip at a time. And push it through, lift up, push it through. Okay, so let's say this is what happened on row 2. I made it the same accidentally as row 1. I don't want that. See how they're the same side by side? Instead of taking this one out and starting over, you could just push this up, out of the way kind of, and you're going to start row 2 again. So this was row 2, but it was wrong, so I moved it up. Now you can take a new row 2. Since I was under on these, I'm going to start over. So you can fix your mistakes. You don't have to pull everything out. Or if you double up, so if I go over 2 of these accidentally like this, a big piece in here, all I have to do is back it up and go back under. You have to lift it up, go back under. Lift this one up. Okay. And I might have room, because this was kind of a bigger strip here. I'm going to take my skinny one. So row 1 and 3 were the same. Row 2 and row 4 are going to be the same. I'm going to start over as I started over here. Lift that up. Push. Lift it up. So it's easy to work on a table this way, flat. Push. Lift up and push through. And there we go. And space these out as you need to. And it should look like a checkerboard. Good job.